Welcome to our channel Demigods, One Magic World, and today we're going to talk about the archetypes of Innistrad Remastered. Before going any further, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, a small click for you and a big step for the channel. Innistrad Remastered's official release is next week and all the cards have been revealed. Our video will be focused on limited play. Innistrad was well known for having a wild draft environment with a lot of unique mechanics. If you haven't watched it, you can watch the video going through all the mechanics appearing in Innistrad Remastered on our channel. Well, Innistrad Remastered takes a lot of classic archetypes and a lot of different color pairs, which should make drafting even more interesting. In this video, we're not going to focus on the bombs you can get, but on the archetypes with the best commons and uncommons to draft, and the synergy that can make a draft really strong. Let's dive right in and talk about some of the premium draft strategies Innistrad Remastered has to offer. One compelling aspect of Innistrad is the number of creature types. When we think Innistrad, creature types like zombies and vampires immediately come to mind. Dimir. With zombies, Dimir is actually a payoff for a zombies deck. Blade Stitch Scab is a very simple card, but packs a big punch as long as you have enough zombies in your deck, like Archghoul or Thraben. Also helps you finding more zombies. Red Throng if you're lucky enough to find multiple copies. Compelling Deterrence and Crawl from the Cellar are excellent interactions if you control zombies. Rakdos. Meanwhile, Rakdos has Bloodtithe Harvester. Rakdos has a hybrid theme between vampires and madness, and Bloodtithe Harvester covers both bases perfectly with the blood tokens. Other creatures can create blood tokens like Voldaren Epicure. Indulgent Aristocrat can pump up all your vampires, and the Blood Artist can punish your opponent severely. Additionally, the blood tokens ensure you have enough support for Fiery Temper or Stentia Masquerade. Azorius indicates a spirit stem for the color pair. Cards like Lunark Veteran, Lantern Bearer, and Spectral Shepherd help you build out a board of pesky flyers. Tower Gaze, even though it looks a bit expensive, replaces itself and is even better with Essence Flux. Even though counterspells are usually pretty hard to consider in limited, Geistlight Snare is a good add to your deck, knowing that spirits reduce the cost of the spell and then some of your creatures return as enchantments with a disturb cost. Gruul will focus on werewolves of Innistrad and usually use the mechanic of day and night, innocent creatures during the day turning into giant monsters during the night. The Dustwatch Recruiter helps you finding them in your library. Scorned Villager gives you the mana to ramp onto your big spells, while Moonlight Hunt and Howlpack Resurgence gives you advantage of having a huge wolf pack. Even if they are not werewolves, Hungry Rich Wolf and Ulrich Kindred are pretty strong wolves to add to your pack. Orzhov will have more of a sacrifice theme with Flesh Taker as a signpost uncommon. Token producers, like Lingering Souls, only make Blood Artists better, while Village Rites, Eternal Life or Angelic Purge will allow you to deal with your opponent's creatures. Golgari works well with many sacrifices and go-wide elements. Grizzly Gowl and Luminot benefits from creatures dying, and the Young Wolf is an easy one to sacrifice. Morbid will also help you getting rid of your opponent's creatures with Morkred Banshee. Elvenwild, Mysteries, and Spider Spawning are there to get you back when you run out of options. Izzet. For Izzet spells, cards like Thermal Alchemist go a long way in pressuring the opponent. With enough flashback support, Burning Vengeance has the potential to be a game breaker all-star. Think Twice and Wandering Mind keep your hand full. Seize the Storm slams big creatures with Trample, and Lightning Axe get rid of your opponent's creatures. If you can pair it up with a card with Madness, it's a 100% benefit. Selesnya, the other color pair that typically focus on going wide, and unlike vampires and werewolves, we're gonna focus on humans. Selesnya boasts incredible engines like Travel Preparations. If you can ever curve Join the Dance into Travel Preparations, your opponent will end up on the back foot in no time. Ambitious Farmhand is a good way to get your mana and to get a better creature thanks to the Coven ability. Mentor of the Meek is a fantastic card in this strategy to fill up your hand, if you can combine it with Gather the Townsfolk. Finally, Thraben Inspector is one of the best commons thanks to the clue token it creates. Simic. For Simic Automail, you typically want your deck to be comprised of mostly creatures. This way, Valspawn Spider can serve as win conditions by themselves. Deranged Assistant, Splint of Fright or Mulgrave Millipede can help milling more, and the two last ones can become gigantic creatures. The Simic mill deck also benefits heavily from flashback or disturb as a mechanic. Any cards you mill over that have flashback or disturb give you more to spend your mana on if you're running low on cards. Simic suffers sometimes from the weak removals, but the excellent clear shot can give you enough time to build your strategy. Boros. Next up, interestingly, Boros has a signpost uncommon Markov Waltzer. Markov Waltzer and Rally's Peasants pair together. Boros is doing traditional Boros things. That means playing a bunch of small, aggressive creatures like Town Gossipmonger to smash their face with. Borrowed Hostility and Engage Fury buff your creatures, while Abrade or Fury Temper clear the way. And that's it for the 10 different archetypes. But be careful, every archetype is not completely stuck. For example, while we stated that Rakdos is a primary color for Madness, that doesn't mean that other color pairs can't utilize Fury Temper. Green, for instance, has access to News Constrictor, which is a fantastic card outlet for Madness cards. Gruul almost certainly has a heavy Madness theme built in as a result. As usual, even if you don't really find a huge bomb while drafting, you can still rely on very strong synergy for your decks as you can see it. Innistrad Remastered looks an absolutely blast to draft, and we can't wait to draft again in one of our favorite planes. That's it for today. Don't forget to write a comment if you have any questions or adds for this video, and see you in the next one.